not the greatest map.
Heretics on defense, Navi on attack.
It's a different look Navi. It's a new IGO, and I want to see what they've got because I do feel like in this series, all expectations, all pressure is on.
We're gonna separate 3v3 at mid.
It's fair to say. The loss here to a NAVI that's coming in with missing
Meanwhile,
pieces.
Chamber 1v1.
Already an opening duel for NAVI, but there's an immediate response. Ruxic hiding in the corner, trades it back. They'll keep that space, keep that spike as well. Losing Ruxic there would have been disastrous, but he does well to avoid that initial brawl. Capitalize after, and now they'll move into this A site that is mostly open, in fact, fully open for the
You gotta stay pretty close to the spike here, man. Cove on pistol is... Oh, okay, well, there goes the Cove. Yeah, and they saw him.
Actually work out in favor of NAVI. They've got an advantage now, and back to the safety of the door, hopefully, with the spike. It looks like they're thinking about even taking it elsewhere. It's their choice, dealer's choice. The Heretics in spawn, and in fact, if this goes to B, they'll be in an even better position to run that clock down before there's any re-aggression from the defense.
I like what Navi are doing. They're not putting all their eggs in one basket. It's something that Clark sort of joked about. He's like, oh, I'm like boaster, but he is. He's playing it slow. Like they're not in a rush to like run into one side of the map. They haven't cleared everything over towards A. There's a lot of angles that could be a problem. So they reposition. They take a new angle.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you had to get a free kill there, Omen flashes the one.
The battle goes in the direction of Clark, and
sure.
then there is
2-1 on the pistols, right?
Out. The trap play of Heretics didn't work as well as they'd liked, and Navi have got a pistol.
A 1-0 start. And for Navi, again, looking back
Cove
at
on
the
every
previous
harbor
map,
smoke? No, it's
coming
every,
into
every
today,
shield. Every smoke you can have a shield.
Nasty.
Optional.
You saw the hairline up top.
You only get one at the beginning.
You would have been safe.
I would have been fine.
Safe as can be. Cypher without a hat over here. But yeah, when it comes to Navi, last map, they did such a good job in battling their way back. There was a streak from Heretics where it looked like their hands were back in the reins, but they wrestled it back out towards the end, and that inspires me that, same as you said,
they
Tom,
tried to do the
doesn't look like it'll be a walk in the park
do the
for
marshal
with the pistol already under their belt.
sheriff
Now
trick.
they're off to the races. I like the default
Round one
that we're
shot.
seeing here. Nothing crazy going on in terms of full A main committal. Yes, that's where the spike's going in the majority of numbers, but they're keeping their back alongside the chamber trap. Hero and Kalosha
The
just
gentle
given the
mates,
task
yeah.
of holding the line, and in fact, Kalosha's for a man with an outlaw. He's really getting up there. It will have been heard by Woot with no follow-up contact, yet still, Heretics are rotating 4 in, and I think they're going to get aggressive on this line. Well, the question is about the timing.
It's worth noting as well that Navi have gone very heavy. Like the only thing that is a weaker weapon in this round is the Marshal of an already tagged up player. So even a singular loss that doesn't manage to pick up a gun is far more damaging than a normal bonus round. Again though, waiting for someone to make a move, and that move is made already. That is a rifle down on the deck.
Can come back, get anything for this. Here's a TP to get out-ish.
That A side of the map, but it seems like this could just be bait. The spams through, potential for damage.
He's unlucky to not get anything from that.
Well,
Meanwhile, this is going on. Aggro over towards A, split over towards B, and they pick up the guns. Woot has the...
Oh my goodness! Well, Woot, that has not gone according to plan at all, has it?
10 seconds left.
Take that kill, easy walk to C, and a plant found with a snake in the grass of Hero. If he goes down, that rifle can be retrieved, and they've got a much better chance, but the timing here seems perfect. Clean as can be from Hero.
Nah, just imagine he one-tapped that at the end. Would have been incredible.
That was a heart-wrenching moment for good old Hero, but he gets there in the end, and yeah, no rifle retrieved.
Yeah, just started trying at the end, I guess.
By Heretics.
Is he going to give us the Prophet face? That's the doesn't matter. They will keep everything. That's really surprising, considering how that started with them losing a rifle on one side of the map, them taking a lot of damage on another. The fact they come out with all of the guns, they've got to be pretty happy with that.
Oh no, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
As long as we get the like, the thing is, some people would let that affect them. Hero didn't care. He immediately just went back to frying.
His follow-up was incredible.
Thing too, or that round could have been very, very different.
The people that can get one shot on this one.
2-0 for NAVI.
Heretics doubling down to go aggro A, kinda. They're not using that much into it.
But this is where the real challenge begins. Heretics full bot up,
That's
rifles
really
in hand.
loose.
And already a main aggression.
I mean, fair play.
underway.
They take
Comeback has an
aggro
easy way
A
out as they find
with not
themselves
much
the
util
orb
at
onto
all.
Benji, and
Flash
the
cove.
rotate,
That's it.
oh, you'd assume could come off the back of it. Heretics have left B open a couple
The
of rounds.
hell
This
is the
time
wall
it will
gone?
be very different indeed. Nice stun going through that should have nullified that paranoia, but well, a shot landed by Hero. The impact is found. Utility traded, sure, but NAVI will be happy in a round like this where they have those weaknesses. Keeping the numbers
new
even.
neon nerf leaked.
That's all they can really hope for a lot of the time.
The only annoying thing is they can't get that gun back right now.
Tiny wall.
As that would have put them pretty much back up to a 4-buy. Nonetheless, the arrow's sticking around. Again, just playing with the rotations. This map already feels like it's going to be a battle of the IGLs to get the read right. And I'll tell you right now, if they go towards that C site, they have got the read right on the Heretics side, but that should be more of a commitment to B. The spam has just dropped the spike. Luckily, it's dropped into the hands of someone who can retrieve it towards that B site, and the spamming of the door will continue just to almost bait that maybe they're going this way, but the fact is, they are.
To go back to clear B, Boo. Reliable as he's been under pressure. Paranoia lands, buys some time. Teammates covering the wraparound as well. Holding the line is the IGL Boo. He'll finally fall, but time is gone, and so
yeah,
the
they
entirety of the
gotta
attack
speed up a
side.
little
Well
more than that, but
handled
Navi
by
should be
Heretics.
okay with the damage they did.
Paying off from Boo.
They got a little bit unlucky with the spam.
I think
He's going for the
again,
open door
damage has
line.
been done. It's one of those rounds where when you come in with that many rifles, I expected a little
Yeah, I mean,
bit
that whole thing was
more,
messed up
especially
because
when
of
it
this
gets to the
wall.
late round, and they've literally, it seemed like they gave up on it because Hero goes for the fight towards the waterfall with the spike with 7 seconds left. Like, there was never going to be an opportunity for the plant, and it ended up that there wasn't anyway, but I do question whether or not that did become about damage, like they knew it was about damage, or if they just lost track of the time.
Lost track of the spike as well. Could it be?
Maybe, yeah, that too.
For a brief second. Oh, and in he goes! And out of the round, up close though, comeback, not hit by the paranoia. That is a crazy start to the round from Ruxick. What a shot onto Woot, but the punish is there. Comeback about to step into that op, but not before the wall goes up. The good thing too is the last thing I'm gonna do after the game we just saw is doubt Filu in a shot like that. But he won't be given the chance. At least not for now.
Again. Very slow, methodical play. Boo. Just jump spotting towards the C site. The rest of the players are able to stack up elsewhere on the map. And the Flash is going to catch Fila, but that doesn't really tell them too much other than that there are players still here. Trap on the corner will need to be broken, but it is a
Can try the wall again.
B site. In fact, after the Flash catches someone, they have stacked up the A side of the map. And will have to just be a retake on this side instead.
Yeah, Filu was sticking around to get value, and although it didn't come in the form of a pick, it did in the form of misinformation. Again, the B site plant for NAVI. That's 3 rounds that it felt very open. One they ended on C, but ended up with full
Omen flash for the
control. I think they're
retake.
seeing that gap as they play the extremities of the map. Filu turns the
Interesting
flash.
that they're okay
Great
to
stun,
use a
slows
code for
them up
this
in
instead
heaven.
of the spying.
Waiting his turn is Filu. The shot doesn't land
Maybe
this
they
time,
think the
but
pressure of
Hero
it is
from down
alone is
below.
enough.
The Viper in the pit, but he falls, and so too does Kalasha. Both players here so low, but the time even low.
Damn, headshot also. That was nice. Little 1v3 from Boo. He hit some banging shots.
And he's been hit home with Heretics 2-2.
It was a nice last shot on
Triple
this.
clutch. I'm starting to wonder if that's all Boo's been practicing. Like,
Yeah, no, his aim's looking great.
You put him in a
He was top
clutch
fragging for
scenario,
most of last map. He
and
might
he's
even
been
finish top frag.
Got
I
B
mentioned
2.0.
the 2 1v1s that happened in the last map
Ooh.
basically turned the map. And now he's done it again, but this time in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, big
That
1v3.
looked like there you go.
My guy's just
That's all
barking
you
down the
can
mic.
video.
I think he just barked down the mic. What was that?
I don't think it, well, I'm pretty certain the players can't hear him, so that was just for Weber.
Yeah.
And the
Wyatt
Russians, of
Wilson,
course.
thanks so much for the prime, man. Appreciate it too much.
Carry on here. Boo, the man himself, the man of the hour, but comeback, stealing the limelight early on in this
shot.
round. Ruxick's gone for the TP, but Boo very much senses him within the shadows. But he'll be hit by the paranoia. Come back isolated for a moment. Has to give that space.
Oh, I'm not sure about that Omen flash from Boo.
And all falling into their hands.
At least they got the harbor up to retake here.
NAVI have next to nothing to work with. The ult sent through, but a player on the right, undetected. Ruxic finally gets to strike, but only one found.
Could cancel.
They are running out of advantages, running out of favorable fights on the side of NAVI. And what do they say? Guys, I reckon B might be open. It's been a weakness so many times.
Oh,
but the snake in the grass.
all three.
This time.
Fair play, handled it well.
By Heretics as they come out with 4 alive.
Wood sold them down the river. He actually got a kill while doing that at the same time.
Yeah, the fact that he gets that kill is
just
insane.
Disgusting stuff. Of course, a low buy, but I think the plan, or the hope at least from NAVI, was that we can get on to C and we can get the Viper's Pit down. Because you look at the weaponry they bought, Bucky, Spectre, like these all seem like weapons that you want to have within a Viper's Pit, but they just never got the opportunity. Incredibly quick reaction with the Reckoning thrown in as well from Heretics. And
Big buy round, they got to eco if they don't win it.
Operator back in hands for NAVI, but again, early control.
Looks like they can take aggro A every single time with this comp.
Utility,
I do want to see NAVI try and
outside of A.
hold something here. Ooh.
Nice shot from Filu early on. The advantage found, and all
Yeah,
that
that's,
space that was just
quite a lot
taken
for
by
that. Oh, he
Heretics,
saw him.
running it down on A main. Stolen out of their hands. NAVI do step back from the spams, but towards B, Hero was holding the line. Almost a further advantage claimed. In fact, another opportunity missed with comeback barely surviving. This could very well be a 5v2 just off those last 2 engagements, but NAVI still have a lot to play against, and this guy can't get hit with utility. Dodged everything!
Oh, Jesus.
Boom!
Mate, Boo's
With
fragging
3
heavy.
aboard, the round surely theirs, and they sent everything at him, but nothing stuck. That is ridiculous.
Force him down to an eco. Look at this impact, man. 1v3 into this.
He picked the perfect spot every single time.
That's crazy.
Dodges the Nightfall.
Yeah, he dodges the ult.
They go in and they don't expect anybody to be in that close corner because that's exactly where they put it. The goal was to clear that exact corner. There's one gap. Then they put another piece of utility
rough, man.
to clear the gap he was in. And then they put C's afterwards, which finally does.
It's not a great fade ult.
It's already too late. He's already wiped out half of the opposing team. Perfect positioning from Boo, and that's got to be infuriating from NAVI because you're probably sat there going,
Okay, this is the round where NAVI want to try and show us that they can hold over towards A. The problem is, they don't really have the guns for it. Sure. Still though, they can't hold A.
And the hero on their
I
side,
really want to see a
he's
round where they
had
like
round.
TP out properly and do it.
No one's matching up.
Wall back, maybe try
4-2,
path deep.
The same scoreline that we saw in Pearl, and
The
then
harbor stuff
Heretics
might be too
ran
strong, man.
away
Maybe
with
just
things,
can't ever take it.
got control of the half. But this hasn't had the same dominant flair from NAVI, albeit the space they find on B is being a constant weakness for the defense. This time they push up
The
and
Neon,
take
yeah, you're
control
talking about the
early,
C hit.
avoid
Yeah,
that
they didn't
possibility.
really combo it.
But NAVI,
Like if you know that there's a gap
with an
here,
almost perfect
you
read
stun
and
like
well-played
this. What you're
gamble,
saying, yeah.
as the A side is wide open,
Not
but how
wrong.
long will they take to fill in that space?
Almost.
It's so hard to exec from tree this heavy.
Filu's managed to dissipate. He's got the one threatening weapon, but as you said, they've used that high tide just to put that little bit of doubt, give them enough time to rotate into positions. With how much weaker the weaponry is, it's not going to be easy.
It's weird.
Viper's Pit thrown, Cove put into place. But they're going to take quite a lot of damage. The patience from NAVI could be enough just to give them some time. But Benji,
Oh, what is
connects
this
that
angle?
first, there's a gap within it.
What is this angle?
Williams has managed to just sit on the edge. Going to wait patiently, but instead, he's going to be the good teammate. The problem is now, with 15 seconds left, they have to go for a plant.
Look at the push-up.
It made the push can't get.
Sneaky spot by Ruxic.
Push
He
can't get
managed to
anything
strike
there.
for 10 seconds. Someone's got to plant that spike, and the numbers thinning the herd. Not looking as strong as it was moments ago. Ruxic, the only one standing, 19 HP, and he knows what's on the
Got a
other
flash
side.
on this.
The
Nice.
shorty,
Dude, Heretics looking
already
good,
one
man.
barrel empty in the
NAVI needs to
second.
call a timeout and
Emptied
prove
into
to
his
me that
head.
they can go A.
5
Otherwise,
on the
I don't
board
know.
for
I think they're in
Heretics.
trouble.
The streak continues.
It's now just an unfortunate line of
Could this
how
be a
many
harbor video?
unsuccessful
Honestly, the map
ultimates are we
before
gonna
could
see
be a
used
harbor
from
video, teams.
NAVI. And in a lot of cases
Some
where
cool
you kind
stuff.
of go like, that was maybe slightly off, or just like, okay, this player managed to make a good play around it, but those ults have all just been dissipating. The only one that remains is the overdrive, which, again, expectations are not going to be massively high on that ultimate. And with, in the last 5 rounds, I feel a fair few opportunities.
Yeah, it's clinical. They'll take pause now.
He was correct. Very good call. Yes, indeed. They will take a
Yeah,
pause.
it's gonna
Now,
be
wanting
about
a
A,
little
right?
tactical break
Has to be
to
about
chat
A.
with the guys. What they're seeing so far, 5 rounds in a row from Heretics.
But it might be too obvious to go A this round, so then you just go C this round when you know they're going to be making sure that they can hold A strong.
Of gaps, but gaps that somehow Boo manages to slip into.
And then you try to take A next round.
As well, the pit down, the HP of their opponents down quite low as well due to the decay.
Do we know the reason they're running Wu on Neon and come back on Chamber? I think it's a bit of comfort for come back, to be honest.
The map pick of Heretics, NAVI come in,
He's
down.
most comfy with scoped weapons.
The streak continues. We need at least that heartbeat, at least the foundations laid for the second half, and they're running out of time.
It is starting to get to the point where you can talk about how
They talked about it on the break. What was their reasoning?
Swung the momentum, but if they all go in one direction, you then have to start looking at NAVI and going, okay, well, you need to get some of these rounds across the board. Otherwise, Heretics are going to close this out in dominant fashion.
They said it was for the op. Yeah.
Sat at the top of the board.
Okay, I like this from NAVI. They know next round they're going to go aggro over towards A, and they think they're going to be going heavy A so that they can go fast over towards C. This is nice from Heretics as well, though. They go heavy B, and they know that this gave them options as well, because they could push behind if they went heavy A. I think Heretics are on top of this in terms of the timeout diff.
Neon wall as well to just secure that. So the early fight doesn't get them anything, but the patience from Hero, this might have a big reward, but the flash, it's being debated. In fact, the dog will be the one sent through, gets a snake bite out as trade, but the dog headers it forward. Lothar will be happy to see that one, a good block of that U-tilt. Either way,
I think the A orb's potentially free if they wanted to push down, get the A orb.
No surprise here.
And they could play C retake because of Harbor ult.
Towards A. But with that chamber trap,
they've been holding this line the whole time.
It's going to be something that they have to clear periodically, or it's going to leave a big gap.
Yeah, it's a good flash, man. I've been holding this line. Flash goes deep. They hear nothing. NAVI hear the flash, realize there's going to be heavy rotate, especially after they made sound over towards C. It's a good call from NAVI. But that's going to be hard, Ali. That's a good shot as well. And they got tripped to slow him down.
Who's had no real impact so far in this half. He's been shut down every single time. And again, that clock is running low with the defenders already somewhat in position, but with a man
definitely got to keep an eye on Benji. Getting a kill means it's going to be an easy retake.
To play this as a 5, this fight could be everything, and it's an important one for Cloric to bring things back even.
Yeah, great timing as he gets into that smoke just as Rienz rounds the corner. And when he comes back to clear it a second time,
the 4 heaven.
Smoke up for the one way, and they know at this point that NAVI want to fight. Cloric showing some teeth here. Already got himself a double, a third on offer, but Woot shuts him down. Still, the numbers in their favor, and now the numbers that
nice
HB.
Goal, as soon as that Sky Flash came out,
NAVI finally getting some
they had numbers ready to make sure that they could actually go take the space.
Decent mid-rounding as well.
Yeah, it was good mid-rounding. Probably the best round so far for
going
calling.
back to the plan originally. Sort of baited, but it's more the individual brilliance from Cloric, just being able to find that kill onto Rienz, who was being relatively passive, but just making sure that, okay, we're not at a disadvantage if they go for the retake.
Big Papa's in the smoke with a shorty.
Oops. Lots of me.
Big Papa, we got
A
another
little late on that one. Again, like we said as well, the next round is going to be all about A. It's kind of cool they don't want to make it too obvious for both teams.
5-3.
Yeah, dude, they can't take A control against this. It's actually too strong. Also, Heretics are just non-stop going like 4 or 3 aggro every time they want to go out. It's at least a good reaction from NAVI. Take B, tap the spike, go over towards C.
Moving it towards the C side. This is where the problems have been before with Boo holding it down, but the fort falls early. And
yeah, and he hears the running.
This time, it seems like big value on the horizon. They'll try to slow that
Harbor ult's kind of working against them.
Say to buy Ruxic time, but he's actually gotten into position to drop a paranoia on them. Give his teammates a big advantage when push comes to shove on the side. I like this idea from him, and it's going to be sent out now. That's buying so much time they can't push.
Oh, they push off it.
Hero, I mean, if he was greedy, he'd get a kill there. But the patience I like to see.
It's hard the steps, them trying to wrap back around. In through they go. Hero wins that first, looking for a little bit more, but the trades aren't bad. Still, it comes down to just comeback, and that time has been ticking for quite a while. If anything, his own teammates,
it's a nice reaction from NAVI, though.
Hindering him a little bit of taking these fights. It will have to be the fadeaway.
Back-to-back good, good
calling.
calling.
Round, another good reaction from the side of NAVI. And a piece that I really want to point out was that Heretics were really ready for that. They had the Reckoning to throw into the B site because of how many times they do it. What NAVI do, they tap the plant, Reckoning goes, and there is nobody on that site anymore. That's a really good mid-round call.
Absolutely, and again, just building layers onto what we've seen before. And what they're seeing in that round as well, with the ult online, with the aggression up to A main. A very, very good read, and an even better result for NAVI. Now one behind, and that pistol and follow-up. Oh, the foundation light's now being built tall. This can be a close half.
Why their retakes so bad at the moment? They don't have like a lot of space.
To make sure things don't get too far out of hand in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2 back-to-back rounds. This one wasn't that bad. The store was so heavy over towards Waterfall that it wasn't that bad. The round before they went 4 heaven was pretty bad.
To a read that they have, and because of
this
that,
one wasn't
they get
that bad.
caught when NAVI actually opt to move the other way. They're leaving a big gap on B this round because they go, okay, well, we'll just have a full retake. Well, if they don't go that way, you've used everything to try and bait them out. The round before, giving up the A site because you had the advantage, but they're not keeping the advantage. Just over.
And they're doing Harbor on every map. Yeah, they might be.
He was sat in a smoke with a shorty. It was enough to give things back. Maybe almost playing reactively to the side of NAVI, which again, when you come in with your opponents having a stand-in, I don't really expect you just to be playing reactively. I want to see them take control of some of these rounds, and they've attempted it with some of the A site aggression. But I wonder if there's going to be a moment on the B site where they actually just stand and fight them, because the amount of times either they've gone there or they've gone through there, I'd say it's more rounds than not.
Bilu had the angle, but forced to give it up thanks to that deep smoke up.
TP.
As the wall goes up, 3 are already through. Comeback under a lot of pressure. When that falls, but no.
Time is incredible. He doesn't see the others though, so they don't get too much info, other than the fact there's nothing really over towards C.
For the opening pick in the hands of Heretics. That's the problem. Yeah, not knowing that this A side is clear. I was worried that
Omen relieves the Neon, so the Neon can fast rotate. Ah, mate, Comeback's in trouble.
Oh, no! He's able to
Dude, as if the no-scope from that close doesn't hit. It's unlucky.
Catch the headhunter shot and give them a huge advantage to play with now. Heretics, what seems to be a formality, they can just wait for Boo as well. The clock in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, Boo just wins this with Omen flashes if they're patient enough.
Hero looking like he's about to be rounded on, and in fact,
oh, who needs to be patient? Go on, get the no-scoper.
Oh
my god! Oh god!
Against everybody, a chance for a clutch
Cove.
A 1 versus 5. Benji's gonna
no way! There's no way! It's a 1v5.
That is madness.
Big Papa's on
Did he? Okay, so he calls 2 legendary rounds, legendary-ish, with the mid rounding, and then he's done a 1v5.
And then this guy,
dude, how did the first 2 kills go down?
Shots. This double, so nasty, and Cloric says, hold my beer, brother. Anything you can do, I can do better. One man,
that's insane.
One whole team put in the dirt. You talk about leading by example.
Yeah, he's trying to get him through it.
Alive here.
Dude, Comeback's doing great over towards A.
Sending a contract over.
Gee, that was ridiculous.
Oh god, Navi, I hope you haven't put too low a buyout on him. They're going to be coming. They're going to be sniffing around. That is on his debut as well. Like,
yeah, that's true. First tier 1 game.
Navi that we've talked about.
Scout destroyed.
That's kind of been undersold a little bit. But coming up from NRG Academy and getting an ace versus Heretics, 1v5 ace as well. That might just beaten anybody's debut play that we've ever seen.
Nice shot by Comeback.
Dude, Comeback looks really comfy, man.
After what we
just good on the chamber.
Oh my god, an unassuming hero indeed. With 2 picks now for Heretics. As they find their way back to the chartered course. And it's Comeback that is steering the ship. Hands firmly on the wheel. This one.
Yeah, here we go though. Raid boss is still alive.
Still alive. It's the same side as well. You better be careful.
The 1v, the 1v5 into a 1v4.
He was stunned
Who's
up, but
believing?
the first bullet, all he needed. Chloric to do it again.
Nah.
Should be impossible.
It's a good
The
ult.
sent through, it
He's
finds
believing,
one.
that's for sure. He's popped his ult.
He doesn't have that info on the second player. You can come at this together. The trades all they need, and you bet your ass they're gonna give Big Papa some respect.
That's it. Good pause, man. Really good pause.
To do it again. The last one seemed impossible. This one seems all the more likely. But he doesn't know where Blue is. It's the clutch versus the clutch. The IGL versus the IGL.
That's insanity. It's a 1v5 into a 1v4.
To say the Clark might be a little bit pumped up.
I can't believe
What's
what
going
I'm
on?
watching.
Maybe NA is better than EU. I'm starting to have to.
Hey, don't get too far ahead of yourself here.
They win champs. They send over a guy from NRG Academy.
Hold on. This is what happens when you have someone from NA trained in the EMEA system for a few weeks. This is the difference it can make. Yeah, I didn't see him do this on Energy Academy, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that doesn't speak well to EMEA standard, does it, mate?
Holy shit, this guy's insane.
Yeah, no, that is nuts, bro. That is
Dominating
absolutely
in
nuts.
every duel in the last 2 rounds. I was joking saying he's still alive, but it's the last time I'll make that statement in jest. NAVI running it down towards the A site. They're guaranteed neck and neck at the half.
God.
And it was a streak of 5
His last 4 rounds have been so good. 2 sick mid rounds. 1v5 into a 1v4.
There's been a response from a player on Navi.
One guy.
The rest of them have kind of just been watching, enjoying the show as we have. And well, 4v4 retake almost seems unfair for Heretics. Might have to call the admins on this one, see if we can get rid of a couple of those Navi players.
Yeah, well, Roxic's about to give him a kill, so. Oh. Oops, or not. Okay, well. Dude, what a recovery in this half. Oh my god. Is it 4-2 at one point? What was its peak?
Navi are going to go in with an attack side lead.
Youpo, thanks so much for the prime. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I can't believe
it was 5-2 at its peak. Damn. Had to show me the 1v5, 1v4 again.
At this level, at this tier, but my god, away from home, but looking comfortable as ever. Chloric making a name for himself in his EMEA, in his stage 1 debut, but that's it, halftime. It's time to go to an interview with Fade, Viper, and Chamber.
What a pickup. Ah, dude, big pickup. Big pickup.
With a lot of fans, but some more diehard than others. We've got some cosplayers in the crowd, so I'll let you guys introduce yourselves, say exactly who you're cosplaying as well.
Yeah, my name is Bennett. I'm cosplaying Chamber.
Okay.
Just in case you didn't know.
I'm cosplaying Fade. I'm Hannah and I'm cosplaying Viper.
Now, the real question is, are these the agents you guys main? Are these your favorite agents to play?
Not at all. I'm a Viper main, actually. Viper Astra main, baby, but not Chamber.
No Chamber.
I'm actually Neo main.
Okay.
And I'm Killjoy main.
Well, it just means there's going to be more cosplays coming out from you guys. But more importantly, outside of the agents, favorite teams, who are you hoping to see win stage 1?
Fnatic.
Fnatic.
Oh.
Fnatic or Vitality.
Oh, okay. I feel like we've got a couple of other Fnatic fans there, but also more importantly, what's happening right now? Navi, or do Heretics 2-0 this one here, my Chamber main?
I think Navi is going to get a comeback, and it's going to be map 3.
Okay, map 3?
I actually think it's Heroic.
Okay.
I think they will come back, but still Heretics will win.
Okay, so it feels like majority is thinking of map number 3, but either way, make sure you guys
Illusion,
stay seated.
thank you so much. ML Guz, or MLG Arza even, and Wachacha as well with the prime. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
NAVI in the lead at 5-2, Tom. I would have called you crazy, even for entertaining.
Kameli as well. Hello, mate. How we doing? Appreciate the prime. Thank you.
Their way to the top.
The 1v5, dude. The 1v5 into 1v4 is insane.
Look, no one can talk about that without talking about Chloric. Yes, Ruxic is top fragging,
Wheatless as well. Thank you so much for the prime as well. Appreciate the 5 months.
Play of the week a few times.
Yampy, we love that.
No, it's absurd. And then the worst thing is for comeback, like up until Chloric 1v5 ace, he might have had it.
Oh, he would have
got the
dude,
ace.
these rounds here were stacked.
Just utterly brilliant stuff from him
Stacked
individually. And I
rounds.
talked about all the mid-rounding he was doing, but that's a completely different kettle of fish.
Yampy, what have you just
We're
typed?
going to try and make sure this isn't the beginning of something. And wow,
Well,
with 2 already found for his side. Hero, though, quick on the
he's
reaction.
sharp, man.
Leaving it into a
Smoke
3v3
for
scenario,
retake.
that advantage dissipated, but they will have a post plant on C.
Well, I'm going to say, Cloric is still alive. He's been given ends to his friends, and it feels stupendous. See if he can get a bit more. Prowler's already pushing a player back as Hero takes that space, and the hope is Filu finds one from the side, but Heretics very patient on that site and make them burn some util at the start. Cloric's the man leading the charge. He's running in, he's taking down comeback. The wall bang, good for 1, and round
And he's
he goes,
jumping.
Still jumping into the angle, still putting his life on the line. As now
Off,
Boo
they
has
hear
to
him.
round that corner quickly. The defuse
Holy,
underway,
bro.
and Hero's third
Navi,
locks it
man.
in. The lead for Navi
Navi.
from
What a sick
good
round
to
from Hero.
better, 8
This was nice from
to
Cloric as
5
well, though.
now.
Like the jump around the corner. Gets the first kill. We see him doing this all the time already.
Solid start.
He's so willing to just jump every single corner for his
Heretics, but
team.
again, I think this round was more about Hero.
And then
Just
when he's got no
quick
one else
enough
to jump for, he just
reactions,
1v
like
whatever.
Just a second away from looking back in the other direction and then just holding the line for his teammate. While on that defusal, that's a second pistol.
I'll eat it for you every day. I'll eat it for you every day, baby.
Okay, we gotta pay attention. We get outlaw dropped, heavy armor bot.
Hell yeah, that's a good leader right there. Charge in hand, but the shot's
But
don't
why
even
would?
get the kill.
Wait, why?
Colossus got some
What?
help. That was
If
a
your
little
whole
bit
plan
messy.
on
It's
this
always
is for this,
hard to
why
hit
are
those
we?
sliding neons?
Are we sliding?
And so, man advantage locked in by I'm going to say a narrow margin.
Still do have a sniper in hand. Comeback has been pretty incredible so far, and with already a player drop, Navi do have to be careful. They are investing quite a bit into these sort of rounds, and
That just makes no sense to me. That's like
will help out in the next. Now, bear in mind,
you remember when CNED was on NAVI,
Comeback will either be playing with the headhunter
and
or
CNED, it would be something like this, where like CNED has an
He's
op,
given everything to make sure that
and you're like, okay, surely they're gonna give
one of his
CNED like at least 20
superstars can have
seconds
an
to go
opportunity.
try and get a pick, and then Angel just runs just out over towards C on his own.
Back instead, though.
Like, why did they not give Comeback any time to play with his outlaw here? That's your win condition. Why are we running with why are we doing this with a classic?
Probably where he should be.
Yeah, based on what we've seen, and indeed 17-7 is Cloric right now. And that's the thing, in terms of the standard for him today, he had already met it on Pearl. I think Navi had great reactions. They played. I will say, I actually liked watching them more than any map under Shao as IGL. Like, I think the way that they moved looked great. And then, well, he just decided
Dude,
to show
this
that he
is
can do
an
more than
insane
call out.
performance, by the way.
2021.
Yes, well, I under Shao as IGL is what I'm saying.
Okay, so Boo's got to take the hit for the outlaw.
You know why?
Oh, nice shot. Dude, he got one before he went down, though. And he took down the raid boss.
Sniper in hand. Obviously, there are some weaker weapons for themselves as well, and the potential to retrieve Bulldog at least. Even still, though, this is where the expectations are on Heretics to sort of turn the tide back in their favor. Obviously, the first half, you remove the clutches from Cloric, and they do come out with a victory, but that starts becoming meaningless. I think also when you lose a 1v5, you do have to start looking at the squad and going, we probably shouldn't have lost that. It was impressive from one side, but a catastrophe from the other.
Well, I think that's the problem. It's like at that point you're swinging in because you're thinking, oh, we're just better. Let's play like we're better. And I think now it's clear that there's no shortage of individuals on NAVI,
Whoa.
new or old. Trades at least to start things out. The B side will.
At least they were all on the same page.
Heretics' hands, but Colossus got that side angle. This can get very dangerous. And a landed shot puts them ahead. NAVI looking to run away with this map, and it's only Rienz who can rein them back in. Heretics, they desperately need this. This is their pick.
Observer, he got a little
It's looking
unlucky, man.
worse than
He went for
Pearl
double death.
NAVI. And look at the bait. 10 seconds. What are you going to do, Rienz? 7 seconds.
Just slide across
We gotta
now?
stick it eventually,
No,
and he's-
slide
oh,
across.
He's got time.
Boss, man.
That's going to be down to the pixel, but he's got it. That is ridiculous. Okay, well handled by Rienz, and now it's Hero who has to pull them back into the lead.
Just a little too early on the swing.
He had slide, yeah, he had slide.
between two Turkish players right at the top of their level. Rienzi feels like he needs to push through.
Oh, that's rough. Sure.
The shot immediately. A Red Bull clutch that I think is going to sting for NAVI. That is definitely an error from Kolosha.
Well, in fact, the way he was shift walking through that, I think that he would have died before he rounded the corner, or at least he would have been 1 HP. But landing that shot just in time.
Oh, that was close.
A massive round, but indeed, Kolosha, he's been having a tough
Don't show me it again,
Had
man.
to go wide
Jesus
there.
Christ.
It was like he was half a second early.
It looks way worse second time round.
Yeah, but the thing
Holy.
is, you jump peek that and swing it with your classic, don't you? I know he's got a judge, but the guy has to stick it. If you kill him while planning, great. If you don't, he's come off with the kill you, and you win. It was a silly mistake, and I think that's the pressure on this stage. It felt like it was his moment to shine.
Yeah, they've given him a little bit of belief, man.
So long, and,
They should have won that bonus.
well, snuffed out in that final play. Now 9-6, a chance for Heretics to fight their way back
Did
into
he have
things.
slide? Yeah, I
NAVI
checked that.
completely locked out of C.
Well, that was their bonus round. Reckoning used,
That was nice.
slowing the push, and
Oh, now they got an eco.
it leaves NAVI with no real choice. A quick round from Heretics, one that's desperately needed. The last was obviously not really much of a money builder versus the bonus, but this one has gone fantastically. A very quick take into the seaside, and something
The harbor
that
stuff? Yeah, the harbor
they're
stuff
doing
looks
a
good.
lot more than what we've seen from NAVI. Bear
Nice
in mind,
to watch.
NAVI were incredibly slow, going for these sort of B splits, or at least going through that direction. Heretics have been very happy to just go, okay, we're just going to hit C until you're able to slow us down, and thus far they have not been able to do that.
Thanks to that little bit of extra runway in terms of rounds, NAVI saving here is not going to have too much of an impact on them. 3 players carrying it forward. But the gap does close in. And you think at some point we'll have a timeout coming their way to solve that problem of the seaside,
Maybe.
unless there's ideas already flowing. For Heretics,
Not
the
Elsdog, thanks so much for the
problem
prime. I
is,
appreciate
I
that.
like
Thank
the
you,
last
thank
few
you.
rounds that we've seen, but in the back of my mind, I'm
Think
just waiting
solo
for
harbor
Ford to
can
pull out
work?
another
Nah,
ace.
not a chance.
Another big round. The chances start as soon as they come towards him, which for now would mean any presence on that A side. NAVI completely stacked up there, looking for a very aggressive early fight with the chamber trip covering the B walkthrough, while Heretics will feign that control, but look for a big play on C. The Viper's pit there to meet
Ooh.
them, and
Okay.
Kolosha landing the opening. Now they've got themselves that A main control nice and easy.
Yeah, maybe the judge was the problem. It wasn't, but for some reason that seems to work better with a Sheriff. Not a bad start to the round. Rifle picked up, quick play towards the B site for the side of Heretics and Chloric.
Chill, guys, chill, chill. It's a really hard retake, though. What do they even use for the retake? Just gotta hope the Neon runs in and distracts with the wall. Dude, if they push, that's... Okay, that's one way to win the round.
It seems like Hero's going to give that up, or maybe hesitate just a bit. No, he has given up the pit, but they're seemingly going to eventually stick this, but...
Go to slide again.
Maybe going to back out.
Why, the back
so
and forth,
hesitant.
it's like a yo-yo on the attack side. They're in, they're out. All they're short of is shaking it all about, but in fact, they've taken down 3. They were waiting for NAVI to get overzealous, waiting for them to step into this arena, and Heretics dominate every fight there. They know that Hero's in that side and don't want to pressure him, at least from what we can see with that judge up close. He wants a rifle, but he's gonna, oh, hold on. Root's getting real close, and a little too close for comfort. A shutdown
Holy.
of him, and now comebacks all alone.
The raid
Mistakes
boss
made
again,
on the
man.
attacking side.
How many times are you gonna save
Set
him?
up for success.
They're all one shot.
And now they are in a lot of trouble, but the time is
Oh, they
ticking
wait
on
for the
that
wall.
spike. They need to be quick. The tap already comes through, and
Nice,
Alma on the other side
boys.
spotted, but they're not
Surely.
on it. He just
Oh,
has to stop
nice.
them one more time. And Hero landing that shot gets double digits in
His
play
impact is
for NAVI.
mad.
Well, it's a messy round, and from Heretics side, Tom, I was scratching my head as to what we were looking at there with the, like, 4 different pump fakes we saw.
Yeah, I mean, they were just waiting for him to mess up. But he slides without wall here.
Like, I think you're right in the fact
And
that
then only
it looked like
2
they
are in a
wanted the fights,
position.
they were constantly trying to bait
Yeah,
them
he
in.
went too
It
early,
works
man.
out for them, but then they get incredibly close and not realizing that there's going to be a judge on that angle.
Nice.
That gives the way back in. Chloric again with a high impact frag that gets him his ultimate and makes things incredibly awkward.
Big round for the money. Heretics might be able to force buy next one with low buy. Oh, that's a good fade eye.
Extend that lead a little bit further, but you have to bear in mind.
How many did they hit?
teams'
3?
economy is on the brink once more. A victory here could be worth 2, especially with Comeback already using the ultimate in this round.
Prowler went through B, and that was heard by Benji. He calls for them to go back. Tiger's going to be clearing the close corners, making sure they didn't take that info of B main being clear and run with it for deep control. Now they've got to go forward and break this chamber trip, and I think that's something that we'll see a bit more of from Heretics. They know that it's there, and that's free information. It means B will be much lighter, but for them, it looks like right now they're either going to break it and fall back or use that to explode. The fact that B will be lighter defended. They get the info,
he handled
that,
this
okay,
well.
Chloric is here. Most of his utility, in fact, all from what we can see, except obviously the refreshing Haunt, is now offline.
Lead over towards B with the
Navi are
Prowler
gonna be
as well with the
starved for
wall up.
information for the most part, but Filu in this corner.
Nice,
that
doesn't
was one
stick
of their
around for
last
too long.
bastions of aggressive control. He's also pushed back. Good map control for Heretics.
Dude,
They're
they are
pressuring
not
NAVI,
budging.
and the door's open on both sides of the map. The defense has no idea where the hit's coming in. Saul Guerrera style.
Worry is that time, but with the B side completely clear, the bait has worked. Comeback holding, but again, those toxins are going to cause him issues. Kolosha already getting past, swinging through, but the trades back from Comeback are sublime. Lightning fast, but not quick enough for Hero. The 3v3.
Big Jaw.
Woo. Maybe on a slight off angle. I don't know if they'll expect a second player to be this close. A snake bite in, but it's not going to reach him. I don't know if he's been seen. No, they have no idea. Not a clue. And for Ruxic, this should be impossible. You need both to win in a second,
A
and
little
it isn't
scary.
going to happen.
Man, it's going to get
Filu
close.
nowhere near the
It's going to
action.
get
Will
real
finally
close. Now we
make
got to
the
eco
scene, but
this.
As I said, their economy's in the bin. Is this worth the fight?
Well, the call's been made, but a wide net spread by Heretics, hoping that Filu steps into it. Well, that flash will give it away, but they've heard him drop down. He's trapped now. Filu has no way out, and he will be dropped in the end.
Okay, I was going to say there's a chance that there's a force buy coming in, but not with this one. Let's be low buy.
Them playing that little bit looser.
33 jet lag. Thanks so much for the Prime, man. Appreciate you.
Crazy. Comeback was out of range of his TP and just runs through with his ult in hand. Ends up finding 2 because he waited till just the right moment.
Still glazing him at this point. You mean the new IGL who 1v5'd and then 1v4'd and then mid-round 2 good rounds? Who's playing perfect util?
But in a lot of these rounds when they have the advantage,
Dude,
you still see those
you guys
individual
need
plays
to
being
relax.
sought after.
If I'm not allowed to
That's
glaze
what
that, then what the hell are we
mistakes
allowed to do?
have been for Heretics. See if they patch that up.
Mate, you've probably never done a 1v5 in your life.
Threat in this round. Having the overdrive online. Everybody else just with a pistol or a bucky. It's more heavy shields alongside it, but of course that ultimate doesn't last forever. So timing here is going to be everything. Other than that, very few threats in this round for Heretics, but we have seen some of the individual brilliance come through from NAVI. It's not going to be easy.
When we get to 50 on the clock, and Heretics who previously were fighting those extremities
Extra
with
angry
great
today.
success.
Yeah,
Now
we
he set a
got
trap for
woken
them
up
here.
randomly.
Filu was playing from afar with the headhunter on C.
10 minutes
While
before
the
we
push-up
planned to.
went in from Hero. He was tucked in the close corner, uses his position to break some util, put the pressure on Heretics and force them to speed up. But with Kolosha falling,
That's the whole gone.
now we've got problems. The side under threat, big swing from Wood, and he connects to.
It's okay, it's just an eco though.
Wonderful work. That
Hard
just-
work map. I think good job he did though, to be honest. He did great.
Switching guns.
To say it just keeps going for good old Heretics. But yeah, nice shot by Filu. The full shield saving him off that outlaw shot, but to little avail, really. 10-9. Pretty much guaranteed. I think play of the week would be stolen if not.
Yeah, next round's the one.
No chance of that. Woo. Made that one look easy, but second Kolosha is down without any real damage. The thing is, he timed the ult well, but
Hazard, thanks so much, mate. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for that.
As do the next few people, and that lead is starting to crumble. With both pistols, one, a 1v5 ace, a 4K clutch. The fact that this is now within 1 round shows that Heretics arguably have been the better side in the buy rounds.
Big round.
For NAVI, that is Springing those alarm bells once again. Especially now going into what is their full buy. This is where Angel feels he can have the most impact. And well, unless we go to OT, it's the last time he'll be able to, unless they put Heretics under pressure.
And it's, you know, you think about those pistols, right? You've already said it, the 4-0 leg up that NAVI have from winning the pistol and follow-up. And then the clutches.
Yeah.
The rounds that they shouldn't have won, that Cloric pulled them through. The big 3K from Ruxick towards the end of the half. Like, this could be a very, very different map
You're
that
waiting
we're
for the
looking
first
at here.
map?
And I think it has
How's
come
Close
down
doing?
to
He's
Heretics
struggling a
making
little.
mistakes, similar to on Pearl.
He's struggling a
on the
little.
defensive side, they left gaps, NAVI found them, and they pounced on them every time. The success has been there, but when Heretics tighten the ship, it's a very different story. And they'll look to do that now to close this one out. A gap of 1, an op in the hands of Comeback, who's fittingly towards the top of the scoreboard, but Hero
The
on the other side is
8-person duel on
challenging him.
A.
It looks like
They
Navi
both want to
will
do the same
leave
thing.
that top fragger on the other side of
The
map
Heretics to sack it off, or are we
completely on his
TPing
own,
out?
while 4 players
Oh
stand
boy.
in A main.
Omen
Exactly
flash
where the play
early.
is coming down,
Damn,
but
this was
the wall
nice.
isolates
Oh, it's a
them.
big TP.
Able to find
Oh, he's
the
got away
first.
because of the
Ruxick
cove.
TP's past now, hot on
I
his
have
heels,
no idea
wrapping
he's this
around
fast.
this
Wait.
position. Oh, it's good. He's going back. He's
No
right
way.
clearing it. Beautiful work by Woot. The Spidey senses
Whoa, the timing.
tingling,
Dude, what a
but
fade
that
eye.
reveals distracted
Blazing,
them
of course.
long enough for Hero to strike. Chaotic rounds almost
Big kill.
every time. They tried to cross to C, but a big mistake made as the op in the hands of Filu drops the spike, but Boo will have a smoke in 10. And hopefully he waits for that moment.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, they're going to walk
pushing.
forward.
They're going for it. They're giving Boo an opportunity. We've spoken about Cloric as the guy with the clutches, but Boo, in terms of numbers, has had
It's
more.
on his head. Actually on his
Smoking
head.
to make things a little bit more awkward. That's
Locks
the
the op.
only goal. He wants to try
Oh,
and make it
big
a
crouch.
bit weird, but it doesn't work out whatsoever. It is Na'Vi taking 11th.
Dude,
And
what
I
a
wanna
round this
point
was.
out
It's
as
nice to
well,
watch. Oh, I like the
think
idea from
Hero,
Heretics.
if I'm
The
not mistaken,
the Omen
threw a
flash
snake
jump
bite down
around
and
with the
then
new
ran into
box,
the
like the
snake
new
bite because he
little
didn't think they were
ledge.
looking at
That's
the
pretty
angle.
cool.
I'm pretty sure if this is in a moment. Oh, I don't know if we'll see it, but I'm pretty sure he runs into his own utility.
is.
Yeah, that's his snake bite. And then he just goes, well, they're not going to be looking.
Yeah, they go reveal up. Okay, I'm in. And he gets himself
Nasty.
2. Really, really nice play. And it was that pulled things back into their favor. Back into the 2v2, stabilized, and then the op dropped by Filu. The op dropping the spike is what I mean. That was the leg up they needed. Now 11-9, a gap of 2. Comeback patiently waiting for some overextension towards B main. He'll step into the angle now.
Hero?
The door's being swung open, and that's 1 for him. But Filu answers back. Stuck in the corner now. 20 HP. They won't challenge any further. Not re-peeking that op, it's a wise move. The spike redirecting to the C site while Boo holds down that A push, but he's seeing nothing.
Kalosha is somewhat isolated here.
He was
Actually,
going
Filu's
for
in.
it.
Filu's,
Big
yeah,
play.
going through with the operator.
Dude, no
Doesn't
HP,
find
still
anything.
goes for it.
The duelist has been having a really tough
I think you just gotta
series
get out of
so
there,
far.
mate.
Ukrainian yet to find
Mate, you
his
just gotta-
legs, but well, there's at least one. A second as well. Maybe this is the moment for the young star to step up to the plate. The tap of the spike will bait him in, and that's him gone. With Filu low, this definitely isn't a done deal. The TP up gives a surprising position, but the bullets are gone somehow. Boo is
He's
still
TP if he
alive.
wants it.
He'll keep himself kicking at least for the moment.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, you can't be going for that one.
He's got a lot still to do, and it feels like NAVI are not just going to sit and wait for him to play all the mind games. They're going to group up. The only thing that makes me a little nervous is the fact that Filu is on that operator. Missed shot far more
12
likely
seconds.
if he's the second one.
10 seconds left.
Has to just commit this right now, but of
Very,
course,
very nice.
he expects them to be on site, ready
3
to
goes
pounce.
it for
We
Navi.
could see it was a free plant, but Navi counted
do.
on that.
I just want him to win the map because I
Paranoia.
think if you 1v5 and
12-9 we
1v4,
go. A 3-round gap.
gotta win that
and
map.
Navi's chance to bring us
you
to
deserve
a
to
third
win that map.
And as we said, you know, when it comes to Pearl as well, they have had some
go, Kate. Me and
very
you,
high
baby
ceiling
boy. I see you,
on
baby
display.
boy.
Some room to grow into. And they are filling it beautifully
Last
now.
time up for Heretics.
This is the pause that said if there was going to be any opportunities for Angel to speak again, it would come at the hands of Heretics. And that's the thing, that last round I think is a good sign for NAVI in general, because Do I expect Hero and Ruxic to play well? Yes. After the clutch I've seen, do I now expect Cloric to play well? Yes. But it's been Filu and Colosio have been very, very quiet, and that round was down to them.
Watching Pacific today? Yeah, if I wake up in time,
we'll
watch
it.
it.
The players that have been missing a little bit, especially in this second half.
What games are on Pacific today?
A little bit more of a
Is it
difficult
Nongshim,
decision. You're already on the brink.
X?
You do have yourself Benji's ultimate available in the form of the Reckoning.
Nongshim, Paper X, Full Sense, DFM.
Hero, tour de force, if needed.
Good games.
For Filu. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle for NAVI, and Heretics really scratching their head. And again, this is their map choice. Sure, they have lost both pistols, which makes things so much harder for that victory.
The real Pacific's playing soon. You might have to wait quite a long time, Keeper.
Yeah, not to take anything away from NAVI. Again, they've been doing so well to create their own opportunities, but I couldn't agree more. Like, it has felt like Heretics have had the right plays at times, the right rounds, and then
They hear a lot of util over towards
they give that gap, that
A,
opportunity.
yeah.
The
5v5
Navi of old
retake.
Maybe wouldn't have capitalized in the same way, but this one certainly does. B-side flash through as they look to battle.
5v3
Heretics
retake.
are falling to pieces. Every
2v5
fight
retake. What happened?
The paranoia comes in from a teammate.
Where have they all gone?
About the best piece of utility Heretics have had go in their favor.
The ghost of Boo whispering in his ear.
The wrap-around from Benji's not bad. It's now being watched if he was.
Is it a retake if they don't plan? Yeah, that's what I mean. I was counting down the numbers.
Comeback. This round is going to be incredibly difficult.
He's selling bait.
He's going to wrap on them.
Trying to give the idea that they're going in the other direction. Ruxic's going to have to do everything. Here it is. He's still watching, still honed in.
Dude, what a map this was. This is fun.
And
This is
he
a good
wasn't
map.
able to find it, and that leaves comeback. Well, we've seen 1v5. He was the guy that put them down to 1. He needs to now do everything, and it's not going to happen. An in-zone flawless to close. NAVI wounded with pieces missing and
Crazy
coming
map,
in with
man.
new spots on the